What's good, Chaotic Nation? It's your boy Chaos here. Welcome back to what should be the final day of, or the final episode of this They call it an episode. For the sake of this, I'm going to call it a chapter. This chapter of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. What's going on? We did some sleuthing. We kind of think D is involved with this somehow, and now we're going to trial for the last time. For the last time! And we'll see what happens. Court is now in search for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. Prosecution is ready, Your Honor. Defense is ready. We have to do that every time. Today will be the final day of this trial. But both prosecution and the defense will be able to present decisive evidence. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement. In yesterday's session, the defense presented us with a new theory for this case. It claims that the scene of the crime was in fact Studio 2. Today we'll call on people present in Studio 2 trailer that day. And their testimonies, the truth will become clear. Very well. Mr. seems a bit on edge today. Get it? Because he's edge. He's always edgy. You may call your first witness, Mr. Edward. The prosecution calls Miss D. Vasquez to the stand. Miss D. Vasquez, the producer, was present in Studio 2 trailer that day. Will the witness state her name and occupation? D. Vasquez. I'm the producer for Global Studios. On the day of the murder, you was in the trailer of Studio 2. As everyone here knows, yes. Just like needless banter. You must pontificate it. Do it when I'm not here. Very well, Miss Vasquez. Please give the court your testimony concerning the day of the murder. I know she did it. Make her pay. Right. If she's guilty, I'll catch her with her pants down. He would like that. He did think she was hot, and he does want. So I'm sure he wants to catch her with her pants. Jeez, I can't even say the line. Just ignore me. Reached the trailer a little before noon. Meeting began at 12 sharp. It ended at 4. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. At 2:30, we looked for a 15-minute break in the meeting. Sal and AT went steaks on the table in front of the trailer. Found Hammer's body later when we went to Studio 1. That's all. I have a question about one part of your testimony. You were fatigued, so you had Sal take you? The van. It's a van at Studio 2. Take me in that. That might be risky to walk that way with the monkey's head toppling over. I see. Very well. Mr. Wright, you'll cross-examine. This is the final battle, Nick. Let's do it. Please tell me I have my health bar. Do I have my health bar back? That's what I care about. I do, sweet. Alright. Hold it. We're gonna press everything. By yourself? Yes. And you didn't stop in the employee area? No. Are you always this terse? Yes. Here. Meeting began at 12. Sure. Did no one leave during the meeting? No one. Let's talk a little bit more about that. The witness is not coming to engage in idle conversation. Stop interrupting the testimony. Same could be said about you, Mr. Edgeworth. Please stop banging your head off the wall. Banging on your little desk. It hurts my ears. It was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued. What's this mean? Hold on. You had Sal take you. What does that mean? It means what I just said. I had Sal take me in the van to Studio 2. Oh, alright. 15 minutes. Sal and IT won steaks and kind of wish she'd said more. Sorry, I think she's pretty used to being the boss. Should you find some kind of contradiction? What's this? What exactly was that? I forgot. Maybe you could try to remembering? No. Meeting ended at 4, so the rehearsal was scheduled for 5. You would think that it was between those times. You would think, come on, all you did was state the obvious, Edgeworth. Alright, 2, we had a 15-minute meeting. And what were you doing during that time? Don't hit your desk. It irritates me. Yeah, Mr. Wright. Oops! There's a 15-minute break. Sal and AT won't say in the trailer. You have someone who can verify this? Sal. No, I mean someone else. First thing is enough. If she committed the murder during that break, she wouldn't have had time to eat a single steak. Someone... Ooh. so there's evidence. There's evidence to say that she didn't eat the steak. Because there's no bones. Where's the bones? Where's the bones? This isn't KFC's boneless chicken wings. Where are the bones? That's my question. I rest my case. Hey, y'all want KFC now. Not sponsored, by the way. Actually, this video is sponsored by nobody. Because that would have been a great cut, though. Look, I'm preparing for the day that eventually I get sponsored and I can make sponsorship calls like that. So, one of these days it'll work out. You claim you ate the T-bone steak. They have a freaking incinerator right there covered in soot that they threw the steaks in because they couldn't eat it because they were too busy framing Will Powers. What is this now, Mr. Wright? Look at this. It's a plate. This plate was on the table in the employee area. As you can see, a large bone has been left behind. Mr. Wright, need to remind you that it was a T-bone steak. Exactly my point. Remember, if you will, Miss Vasquez and Mr. Manella were at a table outside the trailer. Yet there were no bones left on the plates. The plates were bare. Miss Vasquez, tell me, how can a person eat a T-bone steak and not leave the bone? I think I know how. You ate the bone, too. You didn't eat the bone. You didn't eat any steak during that break. You took your steak and threw it somewhere, like that incinerator. I see. Then what was Miss Vasquez doing during her break? Isn't it obvious, Your Honor? She was meeting with the Steel Samurai. Order. Are you saying? Yes, Your Honor. Miss Vasquez left the trailer to eat her steak. She ran into the Steel Samurai, and then you did it. You killed him with your own hands. Mr. Wright, isn't that a little presumptuous? Shut up, Edgeworth. What kind of stunt are you trying to pull, right? Let him claim what he wants. You said I did it? Yes. Fascinating. Here I was worrying that today would be boring as all the rest. Very well. Let's have a battle of wits, you and I. Any day, Vasquez. Good luck, Nick. Let's see. What was the murder weapon again? Oh yes, the samurai spear. Yes. Am I, as you can see, a woman of petite stature? How could I possibly use that heavy spear as a weapon? You couldn't, could you? I think you would have a great deal of difficulty using that as a weapon. Pretty much anyone would. Huh, you see? Yes. However, that has no bearing on this case. Meaning, samurai spear was not the murder weapon. What? Ooh, it's the freaking plants! It's the plants. I have proof, Your Honor. I can prove that the samurai spear was not the weapon. Is it this photo? Take that. Wrong, Mr. Wright. I haven't said anything yet. I know you well enough by now to know when you're wrong. When to present the wrong evidence. Okay, here's the real evidence, Your Honor. The weapon itself. I present my proof. The so-called murder weapon. It is the murder weapon. Not so fast. Remember that the spear broke during the morning action scene run-through. Somebody fixed the spear. It was a security lady. She fixed it with duct tape. Now tell me, how is it possible for someone to stab a man wearing a thick costume with this through the chest? Order, order! Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? I think about what you were... Silence. I'm the one testifying here and I will be heard. You're quite sane. Are you even aware of what you're saying? Samurai spear was not the murder weapon. Then pray tell what was. How was Hammer killed? Well, Mr. Wright, can you tell us what was used to kill Hammer? I can tell you. I would make a claim like that if I couldn't tell you what the weapon was. I'm afraid you're... Your confidence can be somewhat unfounded, Mr. Wright. Very well. Let's see what this murder weapon is then. Look at this photo. What is this? Why, that's Jack Hammer standing on top of the stairs. Order, order. If I cannot have order, this trial will be suspended. Mr. Wright, what is this all about? This photograph is from 5 years ago. There's an unfortunate accident in Global Studios. This is the photo of that very instant. Not a word of this was leaked to the outside. It's a close-kept secret of the studios. Does this have to do with the current case? Mr. Edgeworth, you still can't see it? The fallen man in this photo, see how the fence post pierced him through the chest? What? Are you saying? Yes. What happened 5 years ago has happened again. Mr. Wright, continue. It's 2:30 p.m. on the day of the murder. Miss D. Vasquez meets Jack Hammer outside Studio 2. Then she did it. She pushed Mr. Hammer off the stairs into the fence. Just like Mr. Hammer had done 5 years. Mr. Hammer had himself done 5 years. That's not how you say that sentence. I don't care what you are. That's not how you write that sentence. But whether she did it on purpose or by accident, I cannot say. Otherwise, the victim, Mr. Hammer, he died in the same way that he caused another man to die. 5 years ago? Precisely. Ironic, isn't it? Very creative, Mr. Wright. Use a man like you on my script writing staff. You deny what I say is true? Mr. Wright, let's say for the sake of argument that Mr. Hammer died in the trailer, as you say. The body was found at Studio 1, was it not? The evil magistrate's costume, no less. Are you claiming that I carried the body to Studio 1 and returned it to the... In the space of a 15-minute break, how could I have disposed of the body? You have a freaking van! Yes. Something. There wasn't enough time. Hey, very well, Mr. Wright. How could the body have been dealt with? You'd be surprised. I bet she could do it. When people think their life depends on it, they can do amazing things. That's not what I'm trying to say. You claim she did everything in 15 minutes. Okay, show me the proof. Show me the proof. How am I supposed to do that? I won't have you making them substantiated claims. Wait a second. How does he know what I'm thinking? Huh. You only look at the cold sweat running down your face to know what you're thinking. Mr. Wright, perhaps you would reconsider your claim. Well, Mr. Wright, how she had another way. What if she had another way to carry the body, other than with her own hands? For instance... Actually, for that matter, there was no need for her to do the deed in 15 minutes. There was a way for her to carry that body. Interesting. Let's hear it, then. Mr. Wright, please show us how she carried the body. The frickin' van. Miss Vasquez, you carried the body to Studio 1. And you used the studio van to do it. Recall your testimony. It was to be a rehearsal afterwards. We went to Studio 1. I was in fatigue, so I had Sal take me. There was a van there, right? I had Sal drive me. That's not what she said, but yeah. Use the van to carry the body to Studio 1. Then, before everyone else got there, you put the body in the magistrate costume. Hold on, right? Don't forget it was Sal Manella that drove the van. Are you suggesting that Mr. Manella was a conspirator? Of course it was. Of course Miss Sal Manella has to be a conspirator. The body has been placed in the vans and put into the costume. There's no way Miss Vasquez could have done that alone. Also, don't forget that they had to dispose of the Steel Samurai costume. They had to because it was covered in Mr. Hammer's blood. They probably burned it in that small incinerator. Well, Miss Vasquez, shall I continue? Indeed. You're smarter than you look, Mr. Wright. I lose. You win. It was fun. I win. So what happens next? Don't question mark me. Don't you have anything to say? What would you like me to say? I lost? Something like that? I just said that. What? Wait, so you mean D. Vasquez, so it was you. You killed Jack Hammer. We can say, huh? Are you sure I did it, Mr. Wright? You just engaged in the Battle of Wits. The result of that battle, you proved to possibility that I murdered Mr. Hammer. Right, but there's only a possibility. Proof's another thing altogether. You lack decisive proof, Mr. Wright. What? What?
Order, Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts? Of course, it says the witness says. Certainly, it doesn't seem very likely she did it, but there is no proof.
Well, Hammer's as a witness today. If you no more questions, I'll be leaving. What do I do now? I'd like you to testify again. I want to give up, Mr. Wright. Think about it. If I were to testify again, what's the point? I can only say what I've said before, the truth, Mr. Wright. Always said there is to say. What happened if I say it again? It's the same questions, get the same answers. Waste of time. Okay. Comes far only to fail.
Seems there are no further questions. I would like to end the cross-examination of the witness, Miss Vasquez.
Gotta love Edgeworth, man. He's just throwing things out the window. I was hoping to come up with a question while I was objecting, Your Honor. I didn't. Your Honor, I have requested the witness testify again. You're the prosecutor, are you not? Why are you badgering me? I am your witness. I just want to hear the testimony again. Does this make any sense to you, Your Honor? I don't see that we have anything to gain by repeating the last several minutes.
Mr. Edgeworth, I too see little point in making Miss Vasquez repeat herself. What exactly do you want her to testify about? Well, yes, indeed. Verily, I say ergo. I want to hear about what happened after they found the body. When they found the body? Very well. The witness will continue to testify at the court concerning this matter.
Nick, why did Edgeworth... Who knows? He probably realized she did it too. But wasn't he the one that just said he always gets the guilty verdict? After all that, Edgeworth. He's actually a pretty nice guy. I was with Sal, an old bag security lady, when we found the body. Assistant was there too, only Powers was absent. Immediately called the police. The Powers showed up. Security lady old bag was quite agitated, pointing to Powers saying he did it. I asked to be left out of the proceedings. I went back to the trailer to get my script and the directions notes. Then I went home.
So you know what she's raised in this testimony. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination.
Okay, Nick, we're really close. She may be acting tough now, but if you put her on the spot, she has sure to falter. And the key, you need to twist the truth out of her. Right. Alright, here we go. But the script wasn't there. What time was that? We were meeting at the rehearsal 5, so I'd say it was then. When exactly did you and Mr. Manel arrive at the studio? About 10 minutes before. Wasn't stuffing any bodies into costumes, mind you. Where were the other employees when you got to the studio? They weren't there yet. Well, then you could have put the Hammer in that costume with Salmonella's help. What did I just say? Not to say I wasn't stuffing any bodies into any costumes. Just try to listen to what people are saying. Wait. Mr. Powers was taking a nap, correct? That's what he says. Did no one go to call him? Remember? What? There's a dead body lying in front of us. But you expect me to be calm. You certainly seem calm enough when I accuse you of murder. Wait a second. Wouldn't that be the other way around? The other way around? You discovered a murdered body and one person was missing, right? Wouldn't you normally go looking for the missing person?
I have to agree with the defense on this one. Well, Miss Vasquez?
Logically speaking, perhaps, but no one was there thinking very logically, I assure you. Also, without his steel samurai costume, Powers doesn't really stand out. You often left him on the bus when shooting a location. No one noticed he was missing.
I suppose it explains that very well, Miss Vasquez. You may continue.
What was everyone else doing at the time? No one said a thing. It was only silence, completely silent. So we stood there until Powers arrived on the scene. Sorry, I'm late. Then silence, dead silence.
Like this.
Silence. Hey, Nick. Why is everyone so quiet? Come on, someone should do something to lighten things up. Hold back. The security lady. Why did the security lady think Powers had done it? She said she saw him going towards the studio. Right. Skill saying right. Did the detective arrest Mr. Powers based solely on the security lady's word? Perhaps not. She seems to have also given the directive that photograph. Of course, I heard all this after the fact. Photograph, meaning the one taken by the security king. She's not known for exhibiting the best judgment when it comes to hammering. I didn't think there's anything in there I can use. Why? You asked to be left out? Yes, it seems that everyone else was questioned. I'm really not fond of that sort of thing. But you can't just decide who the police will and won't question. Thankfully, the studio thinks otherwise. They were nice enough to understand that since we were in a meeting, there's no way we could be involved. Thus, they covered for us. Covered for you. Or covered it up for you. There must have been a lot riding on it with all those bigwigs at the meeting. I'm sure her professional self convinced everyone they didn't require questioning. The script in your direction notes. Yes, they're quite valuable. They wouldn't do to have them stolen. So I guess not. Wait a second. I thought you came to Studio 1 for a rehearsal. Why didn't you bring your script and notes? Well, I was under the impression that we wouldn't be able to rehearse anything. Why? There was a murder, after all. You could think of rehearsing after that. Yeah, I guess. Objection. Because... how does she know there's a murder there if she'd been there? She would have... that makes no sense. I have an objection to the witness's last statement. Huh? Think. Miss Vasquez said she didn't bring the script because there wouldn't be a rehearsal. See what that means? She would have had to know the murder before going to Studio 1. I'm glad I'm not the only one who caught on. Thank you, Edgelord, for doing something useful.
Mr. Edgeworth, what you have just said is a reasonable observation. However, I find it hard to understand why the prosecution would make such a move. Are you thinking of a career change to the defense?
I appreciate the concern, Your Honor. I will stand by my statement, however, regardless if the court sees my role here. Now, Miss Vasquez, you have an explanation. Can't believe Axbush is helping me. The prosecution is in cahoots with the defense. What kind of court is this? No matter. I think you misunderstood me. I had a perfectly good reason to believe there would be no rehearsal.
Very well, the witness was chained... oh my gosh.
I knew that Hammer was injured and couldn't do any action scenes, so I left them behind. To find someone to peg this on. So everything we've done now will be wasted. I believe in Nick. Go get him. Alright. There's nothing else. How did you know about the injury? How did I know? Sal told me. Sal, the director. I guess it doesn't go until you hit %. How did you know? I have to find a way to peg it on her. Well, I have to click a... I have to find a... I have to find a way to throw my thing in. Yeah, we got it. I don't... Really was playing powers. That's the only thing I got. Alright, I'm losing points. Alright, what logically is a piece of evidence that could... My badge does nothing. The autopsy report does nothing. The photo does nothing. The map does nothing. Spear does nothing. That does nothing. That can't show anything. Nope. Well, it shows nothing either. I need to find something. It's just gonna give me the... I wanna... Why? It's murder after all. Yeah, so we're just doing this thing again? Yeah, we're just doing this thing again. Why would you leave them behind? That's all I have. I have no idea how to pin it on her right now. You have to find something here. Find something to peg this on. Or everything we've done is wasted. I mean, we've established that he's asleep. I got nothing, man. I don't know how to get out of here. I need something. told me. Well, it's gotta be that. I think it has to be that question. What do I pull out? There it is. You knew that Hammer was injured. That's the only thing I came up with. I think that's a little funny. I mean, it was the Steel Samurai who was injured. It was Will Powers.
Mr. Wright, explain yourself.
Yes, Miss Hammer is dragging his leg in this photo, but that's because he was pretending to be Mr. Powers. Pretending? One person injured in the run-through that morning. That person was Mr. Powers, not Mr. Hammer. Now, why did you think it was Mr. Hammer who was injured? I'm an idiot. It's right, it's... You know, if I just paid attention a little bit more. That's why I didn't do law. Said it was Sal who told me. That's right, he must have gotten it wrong. I think not. Mr. Manella was at the run-through that morning. He would have known it was Mr. Powers who was injured. He saw it happen. Why would it tell you the wrong person? It's Vasquez. You saw Hammer limping. Actually, you didn't hear anything from Mr. Manella. You saw Mr. Hammer limping with your own eyes.
Mr. Powers who was injured?
Yes, but remember, Mr. Hammer was dragging his leg too. He was pretending to be Mr. Powers. Ah! When is he doing this?
Well, you have to be after he put on the Steel Samurai costume. He went to Studio 2 where he was murdered.
Exactly. Miss Vasquez, you met him, didn't you? You saw the Steel Samurai limping. And Mr. Hammer was in the Steel Samurai suit. That's why you were confused. That's why you thought Mr. Hammer who had been injured that morning.
Order, order, I will have order.
Witness, can you refute the claim? Yeah, let's see you sneak out of this one, Vasquez. Very well. I have a question for you. Why are you the real killers always so persistent? Why in the world would I want Mr. Hammer dead? He'd fallen on hard times, but he was a star. I had nothing to gain from his death. Nothing.
She wouldn't need a motive. Why would she have killed the victim? There's no reason that's unclear to this court. Does the defense have anything to say on this matter? Otherwise, can you prove she had a motive?
Of course I can prove it. I have proof and I'll show it to you. That's the only thing I have. This is my proof. This is the photo from before. This is the photo reveals the motive in this murder. I'm right, aren't I, Miss Vasquez? 5 years ago, Mr. Hammer was at the height of his fame. With D. Vasquez's help, terrible accident was swept under the carpet. Ladies and gentlemen, the case currently up for trial began on that day 5 years ago. Ironically enough, that was the accident anticipated Mr. Hammer's fault. His fall from stardom. Skills weighted him down, no doubt. However, you, D. Vasquez, used Mr. Hammer. You made him work for you as petty change. Bringing us to the present day in Mr. Hammer's last role as evil magistrate. Yes, undoubtedly it was a constant source of shame for the ex-star.
A moment, Mr. Wright. We are talking about the motives here. You have only talked about Mr. Hammer. Almost seems as if it was Mr. Hammer who had killed D. Vasquez, not the other way around. What motive does Miss Vasquez have?
Yes, that's right. According to what you say, Oda had no reason to kill Hammer. He was a good source of income for me. I never get rid of useful men. It's a policy of mine.
Right, please explain what Miss Vasquez's motive for murder.
It's gotta be this. Okay, allow me to present court evidence. Providing her motive. I got nothing. This is my proof, and this tells us. I say it all proves that the defense attorney has completely lost his marbles.
Mr. Wright, court requests you find your marbles immediately. I'm afraid I have to penalize you for wasting the court's time.
Like, we're so close. Think of this one through. She had no motive. She had no motive, Your Honor. So no, it was Mr. Hammer who was out for blood. All Miss Vasquez did was push him off the stairs in self-defense. So no. It's simple. Mr. Hammer was intending to kill Miss Vasquez.
What? What?
Your Honor, Jack Hammer drugged Mr. Powers with the sleeping pills. Jack Hammer snuck into the dressing room and stole the steel samurai costume. Jack Hammer wore the costume to fool the security lady into thinking he was Powers. Then Jack Hammer made his way to the trailer. And for what purpose, you ask? To kill Dee Vasquez, who had cruelly taken advantage of him all those years. We got her. So, you did it. You did do it, didn't you? Yes. I am guilty. It was me. Someone call an ambulance. There's blood everywhere. We're too late. Miss Vasquez. What happened here? Manuel from the trailer stairs. Manuel, Miss Vasquez, please try to remain calm. No. How could you do this? It was an accident. Mr. Hammer was doing an action scene and... No, Manuel, don't touch him. Miss Vasquez. No! Please don't die, please. Congratulations, Mr. Wright. I lose again. I get there. Not about the journey, it's about getting there, guys. That's what I keep telling you in the series.
Mr. Edgeworth, where's Dee Vasquez?
In the waiting lobby, Your Honor. It's calm and collected as ever.
I see. Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor.
Appears you have brought about another miracle.
I thank you, Your Honor. Think not, Your Honor. Will Powers was innocent. That he should be found so is only natural, not a miracle.
Yes, you're right. Very well. And this court finds the defendant, Mr. Will Powers, not guilty. That is all. This court is adjourned.
I want to know why. I guess that was her lover or something.
I don't know what to say. Thank you so much.
I'm just glad you're okay.
Yes, but it's sad. You know, Mr. Hammer stole my costume. It's bad enough that he wanted to kill Miss Vasquez.
To think that he tried to frame me for the murder makes me sad.
Tell me why, Mr. Wright.
Huh?
Tell me, why did Mr. Hammer want to blame me?
This is what I think. Mr. Hammer wanted to put the blame on you because... Because you were the Steel Samurai.
So I was a Steel Samurai?
Mr. Hammer was a big star once, but he had reduced to acting in kids' shows and the villain to boot. Kids loved the Steel Samurai, and so he hated you.
I think I understand. He could have just told me. I would have changed places with him any time.
I think you're missing the point.
Thank you. I'm just glad it's all over.
So am I.
So am I.
Congratulations, WP.
Hey, thanks to you, I'll be able to don the Steel Samurai outfit once more. Can't wait to get back to that sweaty costume, and... Is something wrong?
No, of course not. Nick Edgeworth. I don't like him from on. He looks very mean. Say something right. I'm not good at small talk. Huh?
That was too bad, Edgeworth.
Don't waste any time gloating, do you? No, I really want to thank you. Vasquez would have gotten away if we hadn't stepped in.
Pleased to meet you. I'm Powers.
Edgeworth. I'm a big fan of your work, Mr. Powers. Right. I must say, I hadn't expected to meet you again after all these years. Meet again? However, in retrospect, it would have been better if we had not met. Thanks to you, I am settled with unnecessary feelings. Necessary feelings? Yes, unease. Certainty. Are those kind of necessary? Only serve to get in my way. You listen to me, Phoenix Wright. Don't you ever show your face in front of me again. That's why I came here to tell you.
Mr. Wright, was that guy your friend?
What, friends? As if. They're rivals, right, Nick? For now we are, I guess. Huh? Why do I get the feeling that I'm missing something? Come on, Nick, tell me, what's the deal with you and Edgeworth? We're secretly lovers. So the curtain closed on the trial. It was quite a stir by revealing the accident from 5 years ago. It was the talk of the town. Thankfully, Global Studios rethought its programming changed. They went back to making kid shows again. Nick, this is it. This is the new show that starts today. You're gonna watch it with me, right? I was kind of surprised. I didn't think they'd seriously go through with it. You have to buy the trading cards too, okay? We'll have to trade with Cody and that assistant. Fine, I'll do it. Is it great that WP gets to play the lead again? I wonder if they'll show his real face this time. I don't know. I think the world's ready for the real world powers. Alright. That's a good spot as any. Obviously, it's getting more difficult as we go along. But, we got a new episode to start next time. So we will definitely start episode 4 in the next episode of this series. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you have enjoyed it so far. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any more content here. And I look forward to being back with you for the next episode of the series. But that is it for me today. Thank you for watching. Hope you have enjoyed. Till next time, my name's Chaos. I'm signing off. Stay safe. And as always, burn it up.